Back for another 7-round NFL mock draft, this time featuring the Chicago Bears. And I brought in a special guest because we have a little bit of an announcement before we get into the Chicago Bears 7-round mock. For those Bears fans that are just showing up for this one, we do these 7-round mocks multiple times a week on the Draft Rankings show. But there's a special announcement at the top of this thing. Matty Kiwoom, my main man from South Harmon right now, is here to join us for this mock draft because the announcement is we're bringing a full form podcast back to the channel here. An hour flat. We're used to 10-minute shows. We're going back to an hour. We're going to add a show. It's going to be on Tuesdays. Probably drop it in the afternoon. Matt at Kiwoom, welcome.
Big time. And, it's funny. We talk to each other about the NFL draft over the phone, and those conversations always last an hour. So we were like, you know what? Why don't we just why don't we record it, throw it on there? I mean, we're always inspired by the Daniel Jeremiahs, the Todd McShays of the world. They have their own shows. Let's bring ours back.
That's why we're here. We're doing it. It's going to drop literally. You're watching this show right now, the Chicago Bears show on Monday. Podcast with me and Maddie. That'll be every single week. We'll drop on Tuesday. So maybe by the time you're listening to this, it'll already be up. So go tap in, go check it out. I'll see if I can add a little card or whatever they say on YouTube, a YouTube card here at the top of the screen for you to jump on over there. But Maddie Kiwoom, we're already 90 seconds in. We only got literally like 600 seconds for this whole show to get to get through 10 minutes, 7 rounds, Chicago Bears mock draft. Let's get this thing started. We're not using PFF today because they decided they wanted to try and charge me to use their mock draft tool. So we're going to use mock draft database. And we got the Chicago Bears selecting here at 10. We're going to probably do no trades because that's usually how we do this.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to tap in. All right, so pick 10. I'm going to reject all these trades. Bears, Steelers, Ravens, Saints for the podcast audience. That's kind of what they're trying to offer me. All right, we're selecting here at 10. Looks like Abdul Carter fell to 9, which is a wild thought there.
No, look what else fell.
Travis Hunter's here at 10. I'm not going to draft him. I'm not going to act like that's real.
There's no way in hell he's going to fall to 10.
We're not going to act like Travis Hunter right there is real. What we're going to do is we're going to look at offensive tackle. Kelvin Banks is gone. Will Campbell is here. Josh Simmons is here. The needs that I have written down here for the Chicago Bears: tackle, running back, edge, D tackle. Maddie brings up defensive backs as well. I thought tight end has been one that I don't really believe is a need because they just signed Gerald Everett a year ago. Cole Kmet got a big extension, but we've heard people bring up the Tyler Warren thing. They had Drew Dahlman from the Falcons. They had Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney. They had Darnell Wright at right tackle. Left tackle is like this blaring need. Do you think they go left tackle here, Will Campbell, Josh Simmons, or should we look at a different spot?
I think right here, I don't know if they would go outside of the offensive line here with those two available. I think we should narrow it in here. They have those 2 picks in the second, prime real estate to reel in a running back and an edge rusher. I think they go offensive line here. They need outside. Short arms aren't going to be as big a problem on the right side, which I think keeps them very much interested in Campbell. Simmons, a riser throughout the process. He could play left tackle. I kind of think that they might go with a Will Campbell, put him at right tackle, make sure that Darnell Wright can play left, start building on the outside edges here. Remember, Ben Johnson knows the importance of offensive line. That's why he was so gun-ho bringing in guards, bringing in centers. Now he needs some tackles, and I think Will Campbell can be successful on the right side of this line.
All right, let's do that then. I haven't heard that angle, but I like the angles. Let's go Will Campbell here at pick 10, and then we'll zoom to second round where the Bears will be back on the clock. We said Tyler Warren go off to the Steelers, Malachi Starks to the Vikings, Nick Scorton to the Washington Commanders. At the top of the second, we see James Pierce go to the New England Patriots right in front of us. We just talked about getting edge, and James Pierce falls and gets taken at 38. We'll reject a couple of terrible trades. Here one from the Jets is interesting. Had a 6th-round pick to drop back 3 spots, but we're not going to do that. We're going to pick here. We'll go look at running back. Hampton falls to pick 39. A lot of conversations about Amari and Hampton in round 1 right now. It honestly wouldn't be that big of a shock if a running back fell to pick 39 that maybe was expected to go back in the first, but I do believe Hampton will go in the first. He's available. Trey Van Henderson's available. Quinshon Judkins available, and Caleb Johnson, kind of our pick there at edge. We kind of gotten swiped of all guys that I kind of wanted to hit here. Landon Jackson, Jack Sawyer, JT Tuimaleo, Princely Umanamilian is available in the second. Defensive tackle, we got Derek Harmon from Oregon, Darius Alexander from Toledo. I think we go running back first, and then I pick 41. We go D tackle. What do you think?
Completely agree, especially with that name on the board. It's glaring. It's like looking into the sun. I can't resist.
All right, let's go Marion Hampton here at pick 39. Benjamin Morrison goes at 40 between our picks, and then we look at the defensive line. This has to be the direction we go. Derek Harmon, Darius Alexander, Tylee Williams from Ohio State's gotten his name ran up a little bit. The Deion Walker thing, man, I look at this every time he falls to like the third round, every single mock draft I do. I feel like the last 5 drafts I've done here on the Draft Rankings YouTube channel, it's been like, well, Deion Walker pick 74, Deion Walker pick 77 every single time. Take Deion Walker in the third round. But do you have a preference between Derek Harmon and Darius Alexander? Darius Alexander's definitely gotten some helium this process, but he's a little undersized. Derek Harmon, I like to watch Todd McKay show, and our guy Steve Mensch loves Derek Harmon. So he's up there for grabs. Edge, like I said, it's kind of gotten run through a little bit.
Edge, I still like Landon Jackson. I still like Jack Sawyer. I like the high motor edge rushers. I think you can get every morsel of talent from those type of players. So I wouldn't be opposed there. If you are going to go D tackle, my preference is a Harmon. I think he's just a little more polished prospect. I think he's going to give them kind of that look inside that they would want from jump. Alexander, a bit more of a project, but still a very good and very intriguing prospect. But I'm also with you here on Deion Walker. This is a kid that we were talking about as a top 10 pick a year ago. And now you're getting him in the third round. He feels like he's going to be a steal on draft day, very much so. But my pick here would be either Sawyer or Harmon. I think we go Harmon because he's getting a lot of round one buzz. And for a fact of him falling here, I think would be a kind of a windfall for the Bears.
You know what? You just gave me the answer before you gave me the wrong answer, but you said that you like Deion Walker in the third. We're going to pick at 72 in 30 selections. I think Deion Walker falls to us at 72. So let's take your guy Jack Sawyer here because the Bears did add Grady Jarrett this offseason. They have Gervon Dexter, who's a second-round pick 2 years ago. Zach Pickens, third-round pick 2 years ago. I think we can add – let's pray. Again, 30 picks, 72. Deion Walker falls to us there. We'll take Deion Walker there, but let's take your guy Jack Sawyer from Ohio State, edge rusher at pick 41 to the Chicago Bears. Quinshon Judkins goes to the Cowboys in the second round. Gray Zabel falls to the Bengals. That's not going to happen. We see Jalen Noel go off in the late 40s to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think a lot of people would like that. Travion Henderson to the Chiefs. Savion Williams, a third-round pick to the Jaguars. Ooh. That would be a bit of a shocker. And there's our guy. He falls to us at pick 72. Deion Walker. We get the big defensive tackle. I mean, I don't get this thing. 6'7", 330 pounds. He got a little bit of a back issue, but he's at pick 72. So we've added, I think, some great pieces already to this draft. We got our tackle in Will Campbell. We got a running back in Marion Hampton. We got our edge rusher in Jack Sawyer. Now we get a D tackle in Deion Walker. We literally got Maddie. 120 seconds. We got to get like 4 picks in. So let's get the rapid fire here as we go into round 4. The Bears have selection 149, 197, 235, and 242. 4 picks left. Rapid fire. Let's go. Tight end. What else we want to get? We want to get a tight end.
I want to check safety here. There's a couple safeties that could fall that I would be very happy with if I was a Bears fan, but it doesn't look as if – oh, wait. There's my name.
Seabass is there.
There's my name.
Who you like?
Sebastian Castro. He's a freak.
You like Seabass?
I love him. He's shot out of a cannon. He's a tough player, smart player. I think he would be huge for this team to get, especially because he wouldn't need to take on a huge role first.
I love it. So, I mean, he was a guy that popped out at the Senior Bowl. I didn't know much about Castro until the Senior Bowl, and the safety class at the Senior Bowl was kind of underwhelming, including Billy Bowman from Oklahoma, who was available with that selection as well, but we looked otherwise. Let's look at cornerback right now. Not a lot. I think you can wait a little bit. Robert Longerbeam in the 7th with one of those 2 picks.
Yeah.
If he falls to us, Upton Stout's also interesting. I want to look at tight end quick just because it was brought up. Do you have a favorite tight end in this class that's like a late round guy?
I like Luke Lachey. You know, our guy, Iowa Mike McNutted. He loves Iowa football, but he's big on Lachey. And Lachey was a little bit hyped, early on, maybe a year ago or so. And then injuries kind of derailed the season, but it looks like he's off the board.
We just took him. We took him.
Oh, all right, perfect. That's exactly what
we had 235 and 242. Because we're short on time, I just ripped him when you.
No, that's fine. Now you got to rip that Band-Aid up, baby. We got to fly through these.
And then, so we're back on the board. Last selection, pick 240 here for the Chicago Bears. Justin Wale from Minnesota is available. I like Mello Dotson, but Robert Longerbeam here, a longer guy, 6'2", 180 pounds. I like Robert Longerbeam. Do you got a preference here in the 7th-round cornerback market?
Yeah, let me check my notes. Don't care, but I do think Longerbeam's an interesting prospect to grab late.
There you go. There's the mock draft, all 7 rounds. Chicago Bears. We're a little bit over the 10-minute mark, but it's okay because we got a special guest, Matty Kiwoom, today. Remember, you can get our new show every Tuesday. Look at that draft. A+, A+, A, B+, A+, B. It's almost like we're professionals at this thing or something. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to Matty Kiwoom. Go follow him on X at Matty Kiwoom. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.